This is the spoilers review for this film. If you want to see the non spoiler version, there's a link to it in the pinned comments and description box below. Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are back. My goodness gracious, we finally made it, Kim. What's going on? This is Tyler Perry's Finding Joy full spoiler discussion. Stranded in Colorado after a devastating holiday revelation, a talented but overlooked New York City designer finds unexpected love, transforming her life and career path. Kim, it's been a long journey, but we're finally here. How did you feel about Tyler Perry's Finding Joy?
Gosh, I I liked it. Um, it was so much better than, a lot of the other things we've seen.
Yeah.
I liked it. It's kind of what I call a cuddle up movie.
Mhm.
Any Hallmark type holiday movies kind of give you that. It's like you want to do something else, not out of disrespect for the film, but like it's like, oh, this is a good time to do my holiday craft. Like this is a good time to like, oh, make that like Mexican hot chocolate that I wanted to make. Like you just want to do something in tandem with it that speaks to the holiday feeling. So I really, really liked it for that. I have some issues with it, but overall, what I believe, and I've said this before, is like a wonderful genre that Hallmark has ironed out for themselves is that they're like, you know what, we're going to lean into the fact that this movie is predictable, it's a little bit cheesy, it's really unrealistically romantic, and we're going to lean into that. And the fans say, yes, please, because Hallmark, and I know a lot of other people are doing it, kind of getting in on this space. Netflix has gotten in on this space. VH1 got in on this space a little bit. Of course, Lifetime, but it's cool to see Tyler Perry being like, I want a bite of this like Hallmark Christmas movie genre. And I liked it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I have some issues, but overall, I'm here for it.
That's what's up. I'm glad to hear it. I'm here for it too. I liked it. I didn't love it. However, I started my non-spoiler review saying, "Oh my gosh, this is so much better than Straw." Is and guys, that's what's brings us here. I was gonna cover this movie anyway, but when this movie Straw came out, neither of us liked it. I didn't like it. Kim didn't like it. So we said, okay, let's just go through all the positives that we do like. So we did like 688.
Oh yeah.
We did like Medea's family reunion, a family that prays, and why did I get married? 1 and 2. But we could not stand a fall from grace or
Same.
or acrimony. Those movies were dreadfully awful. But I'm glad to say that no, that's not the case right here for Tyler Perry's Finding Joy. It's not his best, but it's definitely not his work. But overall, I did enjoy it. It did have me smiling. And I have a couple of nitpicks here and there, but overall, I was very entertained by this. It had me smiling. I did like the romance between the characters and all that good stuff. And so, Tyler Perry, just before we get into all the nitty gritty details, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Um, did you see P Valley? The
I did
show?
not, no.
It was a pretty decent show. I covered that with Tyra. You know Tyra, of course. I was gonna say, you know,
Absolutely. We
that's
love Tyra.
that stars Shannon Thornton, who is the lead in this film right here. And overall, I really did like her. I was saying to myself
Okay.
that, hey, I have perceived a relationship, wrong and thought it was this and thought it was that and end up getting a pot in my face. I didn't fly across the country thinking I was about to get proposed to. Because when I
Right.
saw that, I was just like, "Damn." So my first question is, who is the blame here? Okay, is Colton the so-called boyfriend, fiance? Is he to blame, or is Shannon over here, Miss Joy? Is she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, delusional? Like, girl, the writing was on the wall. How do you not
Honey.
know that this
Cocoa
man?
Puffs,
This
Cheerios,
he was
Rice
in friend
Krispie
zone?
Treats.
Yeah, because Anaya, her homegirl, was like, "Are y'all even together?" So that surprised me. What are your feelings there, with the film starting off?
Look, first of all, I like that, Tyler Perry's kinda getting into the different aspects of dating or relationships, where I think we've all kind of been there, I have a funny story where I thought a guy was hitting on me and he talked to me for like an hour and he was like really interested in my life and complimented like how you're very beautiful. And then I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, he's cute. He's this. He's talking about God, like this. Okay, cool. Like, come on. Like, ask for my number. I ain't just gonna give it up. I'm thinking, and then he asked for my number, and I was like, great, okay, cool. And then he was like, I can't, mind you, this is an hour of
Mhm.
talking and just going back and forth and feeling like, okay, this is firing on all cylinders. Like, cool, what's up? And he's like, "I can't wait to give my fiancé your phone
Oh,
number because
God.
she's moving out here and
Oh,
she's not gonna have any friends, and I'm trying to find
oh,
friends for her. So, it was so great to get to know you, and
oh.
I can't wait. You'll get a call from, like, Stephanie, so pick up your phone if she calls." And I'm like, "An hour of my time fishing for friends for
Yeah,
your fiancé?"
yeah, yeah, that sucks. That
And
sucks.
I was so like, "Read the room, bro." Like, I'm smiling, you're smiling, you like, homegirl did the most.
Yeah.
But I have to say there is something to be said for guys, like, you have to understand what you're doing. If you wanna take someone to meet your parents, like, there were a few givens, the kiss on the forehead, Brandon,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know if that's a
Right,
sign for guys, but for
right,
girls, that's the and I'm friend zoned,
right.
or you're not gonna call me babe, you're always gonna call me bruh. So the kiss on the forehead, if you're not my grandfather, then that its place. But for her to have never had the conversation of where is this going? How do you really feel about me? Or honestly being able to say how I feel about you, to have a whole ass relationship of I think he might, I think maybe, and then fly out to meet his parents and get flustered when he grabs your hands and everyone's filming to be like, Ready? Ready for what? For
Right,
what?"
right, 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 right.
So I was you gotta really be in a state of delusion to think this is proposal when he says, always, you're one of the guys. He said it like 3 times.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, he even told his parents, like, she's one of the guys. So for him, I don't think he meant badly, but also low essay, which if I could, Brandon, if I could retitle this film, it would be a saying that my dad has with me and my 2 sisters. My dad's like super ultra guy. He's a karate sensei, like all American football player. His saying with us is, Kim, you have low essay. You're walking around and your
Yeah.
keys are hanging out of your purse.
Oh,
Your
man.
situation awareness is low.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I would rename this movie Low Essay.
I like that. I like that.
Because her situation awareness was low, his situation awareness was low,
Yeah.
low to no essay.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I fought both of them, especially her. Just to be honest, I mean, I don't. When you have this type of relationship where you're holding hands like this, I mean, this is in no way platonic. I will never. I love my guys, my homies to death. We dap each other up, shake hands.
You
We
don't
even
hold
give each
hands like
other
this,
a hug.
Brandon?
No, but we don't. We're not holding hands like this, and we're not blowing kisses at each other either.
I
You know,
love you, bro.
that's just
None of that?
no, none of that right there. And so, but that is my only gripe with this film is, yes, I think we've all been maybe a little delusional before in our dating life, at least once or twice. Not everybody, but to this degree, to where y'all are supposedly dating for 2 months.
Girl.
Apparently they've never had sex, they've never kissed each other, and she's like, "Oh, we're just going slow." Now, what the part that did resonate with me was when she was like, "Hey, we're just going with the flow. We don't want to put any labels on it because if you do something with pressure, then it turns into this or that." I'm super paraphrasing right now, but she did say that towards the beginning of the film. And I know I've said that before, like, "Hey, we're just playing it cool, I don't want to." And in a sense, that's the best way to go. But sometimes as an adult, you just got to put it out there on the table, like, what your expectations are. I've done it
Yeah.
to women, women have done it to me. in my experience, the more blatantly obvious that you are blatantly honest that you are, the more the woman will be into you or turned on or respect you. So there was a definitely a lack of communication on both sides, but especially her part because 2 months is a long time. I would understand if it was a week or two, and y'all only met once or something. And even still, that was just a stretch. But I still like the fact that Tyler wrote a character, Anaya, who, singer songwriter, who was checking her friend. It was like, girl, are you crazy? Are you, silly? They
She's like,
weren't,
"You always doing stupid stuff like that."
they, w- she was, excuse me, she was not on the bandwagon, with the shenanigans. She was like, okay, you need to think straight because
We
this.
all need a friend like that.
Definitely, definitely. That's what I said in my review. As far as like a filmmaking point of view, I like when she arrived in Colorado and she was in the car and they were commuting to the lodge of the house. The text message bubbles and screens that came up between the friends, I like that. I thought it was cute. Like, she's mad, she's not responding. You got
That was funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that was
can hear you.
cute.
She's like, "Yeah, yeah, we can hear you, and we don't care." She's mad at us, and so, I like that as well. If you were, I think you, well, I don't want to go there, but if you were a fiance, how would you feel if your spouse, not spouse, you're not married yet, your fiance, your male counterpart partner had a friend like Joy that was so close together to where they are holding hands like this? Would you be okay with this?
Absolutely
No,
not.
I don't think
No.
right, right, right. That's
No, because I am a girl and because I know that even if you dummy dum dum don't realize that you're leading somebody on, you have to understand things from the girl's point of view. And if my boyfriend or fiance is that dumb, then he needs some education. I've
mhm,
got to sit him down and go, you don't understand. When you grab her hand, for you, it's friends.
right,
For her, it's hope.
right.
When you look her in her eye, look at her eyebrow, like look at her hairline. Don't be looking at her eye because when you do that, she's thinking hope, she's thinking what if. And some girls are like, they until you say I do, even past till you say I do, they will hold out hope. Maybe he won't go down the aisle. Maybe it won't last. Maybe they won't make it through their first year. Some girls will keep holding on to hope. So it's not
Yeah,
necessarily that I thought he was not well meaning, or I would think a guy like it's kind of like not like, are you stupid? But like, come on, you got to understand things from a girl's point of view.
I got you.
And for if we ever have kids, I want my husband to be able to speak to my daughter to help her understand if her behavior towards a guy is a little too, inappropriate, or honey, you have to understand how guys work. Like if you don't understand how girls are thinking, how are you going to be able to, be a girl dad in that sense? So I'm going to need a little bit more wisdom coming from my man
Yeah,
than, "Oh, I just love you so much, and we're gonna hold hands like this." Bro,
yeah.
come on.
Quite ridiculous too, Colton. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. I mean, because I have, and I like this guy, Colton. Have you ever seen him before?
I
This,
haven't.
yeah,
He had a really likable disposition.
yeah.
Yeah, I like him from romantic comedies.
It said, is that the have nots? I don't watch this show, but of course I know that's Tyler Perry. He has 18 credits, and so
Yeah, looks like he's well into Tyler Perry's world.
this is true. This is true.
Yeah.
Shout out to Colton. What did you think about the title of the film, Finding Joy? Because I feel silly. I didn't know it had dual meaning. Like I just wasn't paying attention, realizing that her name was Joy. I thought the title of I thought they were just saying, "Hey, finding joy," like she's trying to find happiness. She's trying to find love, and so I
Yeah.
was, oh, her name is actually Joy, and it means finding joy, like finding her. So that makes sense. But I was just thinking that they was trying to find happiness. Did you catch that, or was it super obvious?
No, like, I did catch that, but something else I caught that was easy to miss is when one of the many ridiculous things she did was tear that beautiful Native American
Mm,
indigenous quilt.
mm, mm.
Um, we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
But how he was saying, like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy, like, what coincidence, like, not only did my mother make this, but look at the tag." On the tag, the name was Joy.
Right, right,
But
right.
I couldn't tell if that was that his mother's name or was that the woman who taught his mother how to sew?
I think that was his mother's name.
Okay, but
Think that was
so
his
yeah, a lot of joy, you know? So I really like, I thought the title was cute, and I gotta give Tyler Perry and his team props because, again, if you're gonna play the game and be in the holiday Lifetime movie, Hallmark movie niche, you gotta play the game, and a really clever title is a part of it. So I really like that they're playing this game very well, and I like the double meanings. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I did too. Guys, of course, please let us know what you think about that in the comment section. In the chat, we would both really appreciate it. We definitely want to engage. Let us know what you thought about the title of the film. Joy, what you thought about her. Was she Delulu? What Delulu? Was she crazy? Puffs as well as Colton. Let us know, let us know, let us know. Kim, my gosh, she tried to drive across country in a snow blizzard on a two-wheel drive car. That is crazy. I've never driven in that much snow before. I've never been stranded in the road. I like the fact that everybody tried to warn her and just be like, "Hey, girl, what are you doing? Like, we don't got no
Everybody tried to warn her.
the four-wheel drive, you gonna die. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And this chick drove on a lake. I did not know that they was gonna take it there, and she dang near drowned in icy water. Like, that was just kind of unexpected to me. I do like the effects. I saw an interview or some type of featurette where Tyler was showing the making of this, and he had some blue screen around the car, like showing it, sink into the lake. And so that was very effective. But I didn't think of that. Have you ever made it? Have you ever done anything this wild before to where you're trying to drive through a snow blizzard and almost freeze to death in a frozen lake?
Again, no
Oh,
essay.
I know I just asked you a question, then I cut you off before you can answer. I want to add to that. Why I can understand her position, how emotional she is, that she just found out that news, like, "Hey, I'm not trying to propose to you. I'm trying to, see if you wanna be my best man or my best girl." I would wanna run out of there. She's all, crazy, like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?" I can understand her wanting to get out of the situation,
Oh,
but
I would dip.
yeah, but I
I'd
don't
dip.
I
I'd
wouldn't
get the top of a trash can and slide down the snowy mountain
really.
on a
You
sled.
you would sleep in a dumpster, but before, staying in that house? I mean, what would you do? Do you understand what position she was in?
Absolutely. I mean, and again, not just girls, but guys, I think we've all been there where you have a moment of, "Oh my god, I just wanna shrink and I just wanna disappear right now." I wouldn't put my life in danger, but I would dip. I would get up out of there, and I would, man, I'd make up an excuse. I Before the storm came in, I would just dip, or I would just be honest and go, "Gotta be honest with you." But also, if they were so close, why didn't he ever say, "I have a girlfriend," or "I have a fiance," or "I've got a really special lady at home," or "I can't wait for you to meet this person." I thought it was his sister, honestly, when
Yeah,
she
me
was like,
too.
"Oh, there you are. Thanks for keeping our boy,
Right, right,
down to earth."
right.
But I would have dipped, and when she fell out that window, that was absolutely hilarious. That was definitely a laugh out loud moment. But I'm not putting my life in danger out of humiliation. I know sometimes we feel like we're so embarrassed we could die, but don't go do be about that. Like, don't be like, I don't care that I'm on the ice. Like, first of all, girl, I get you. I feel you. You want to get the heck out of there. Okay. But if everyone's telling you it is a snowstorm and you're in the country, you're in the forest, you're in elements that you are not used to, listen to the people of the town when they
Like,
say, and what do you think you're doing driving from Colorado to New York?
that's insane. That is insane. Yeah,
It's not like it's California and it's just like a couple hours. Like,
yeah.
girl,
That's
she,
impossible.
she did it. Brandon, she did a few things that really got on my nerves.
Yeah, yeah, she did.
Really.
so that don't seem like I'm just throwing her in the trash. I at one point in the film, she did kind of sit back and evaluate life and her past situations. It seemed like she did have a true moment of reflection, like, okay, this is what I've been doing. I can't do it anymore. I need to change things up to get a different result. So that is one thing I did like about her character, even though she did make you know, first 2 months of dating was crazy, and she's trying to drive across country. At one point, I did say, okay, she does have some sense. She's not just completely crazy, but you
Yeah.
guys, y'all let us know what y'all think as far as that's concerned as well. Um, but we got to move on to Brother Tosin, Brother
Mm.
Moro Hufola, Nigerian guy, strong in the wilderness, chopping the wood, doing the pull-ups, doing the push-ups. Ugh! I never seen him before either. But he is the saving grace. He is the knight in shining armor that comes and saves our titular character. I was looking at his filmography. Only film on here I recognize is 1992 that I did want to see. I think Tyrese is in this movie as well. I think One Take did a review on this. I got to reach out. Yeah, Tyrese is in this. I don't know if you saw this, but are you? How did you feel about Tosin? Or that's his real name? How did you feel
Oh my
about
gosh.
Ridge, or his name was Ridge. How did you feel about him and him coming to save the day and
Oh my
taking off
goodness.
her clothes and getting her naked and redressing her? That's on. I'm curious. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Mountain man. Save a horse, ride a cowboy, right? I thought that he was really I just love just his essence. He just was manly and strong, and he just exudes strength. But also, I thought Tyler Perry did a good job writing him because he felt very strong, but also very vulnerable. He was 50-50. He was just as vulnerable as he was strong. And I really, really, really like that about him. The actor did a very, very good job. Um, I really liked him. Only criticism I have is, and I thought he did such a good job with the script and everything, is I do feel like a lot of his lines were delivered in a very dramatic, soft way
Mhm.
that felt very I watched it twice. I kinda watched it very early in the morning, and then kinda, watched it in my car on my break at work, again, and then throughout the day. But something I noticed is he had a line that made me just laugh out loud. He literally was saying, like, "I gotta heat these beans," like they were eating beans, but the way he said it was like, "This is my point." It was like, "I gotta heat these beans." And I was like, "Damn, okay,
Okay,
alright, get the baked beans." But, like, I noticed a lot of his lines were very like, "It's my quilt. The
really?
snow." I just felt like some of the way he spoke was just very, very, very soft and dramatic, and I got on my nerves a
Oh,
little bit. I
I'm
don't know, but that's my only criticism. Other than that, I thought he was, really, really good.
okay. I hear you. I didn't feel that way, y'all. If you're watching, let us know if you felt that way too. I thought he was a pretty genuine brother. I do agree with you as far as just like, he had a good presence, looks and, felt strong. Did he go too far as getting her undressed? And
No, no, I mean, look, I grew up camping, I grew up snowboarding, I grew up going to the mountains, fishing. I love outdoor stuff, and at some point when you're outdoors, you gotta learn that there's just a level of, "All right, guys, we can only be so precious about certain things."
mhm,
Depending on where you're hiking and depending where you're camping, I've been to campgrounds where there are no restrooms. There's not even an outhouse where you're roughing it. Um, and you can only be precious about so many things. Some life-saving measures are, I have to get these wet clothes off of you. It's not about, um, oh, but I shouldn't look at her. It's like, you're gonna die.
right.
Hypothermia is a thing. So it's just life-saving measures, honestly. I didn't think he was too far. Now, if he dressed her up like a dolly and she had on pigtails and some weird lace dress with
Oh,
tulle, and I'd be like, "You're in serial killer territory, honey." But But I think what he did was necessary, and he did what you're supposed to do, put her in blankets. You gotta get those wet clothes off. It's
Yeah,
almost like layers of ice at that point, and it was her dumb self that was out there in a little teeny car, and
yeah,
you fell in the freaking water, girl. Like,
yeah.
yeah, he's gotta get those clothes o and it's just you and him. There's no female nurse to call for help. I'm trying
No
to save
cell
your life.
phone,
I'm not
no
trying to get at
communication,
you.
no radio, nothing. They
I
just out.
gotta see you naked.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna have to
Um,
use the outhouse. Like, this is what it is, guys.
I'm
It's nature.
I'm pretty sure this has come up in some show or soap opera before. I don't watch soap operas anymore, but when I was in high school, I did watch Passions or Passion. Do you remember
You are my
that?
passion for life.
That there was a scene where I think it was I forgot the Hispanic guy. He was in a cave with one of the
Oh,
white girls.
Luis?
I think his name was Luis. He was
Luis.
in the cave with one of the white girls, and they was freezing. They had to have sex to survive, and like one of them was married or engaged to somebody else. It was a whole thing, and I think
Oh my gosh, I so think I remember that.
that was the first time I came across something like that in TV or something. But I was in high school. I was like I don't know, like a freshman or a junior. I can't remember. Yeah, I was in high school or whatever, maybe junior
I
high.
was a sophomore. It came out the summer of my sophomore year
Got you, got you.
because I was in summer school because I was a little bit dumb. But
Yeah,
but I do remember something about that. But yeah, that is like a trope in like soap operas. And it's not that they had to have sex. Like, yeah, if you both fell in the water, the best thing to do would be to get naked and rub your bodies together,
correct,
which
correct.
some people would say it sucks depending on where you're from. But I don't
Yeah, go
know.
jump in the water on purpose and
Oh
save
no, I fell.
come and save me. All my clothes are wet. Oh
We gotta
man,
get these things
yeah.
off.
Don't do that on
What are
that.
we doing?
If it happened, I mean, I said don't do it on accident. Don't do it on purpose.
The
Don't do it
water.
on purpose.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. If it's an accident and you know that anyway, y'all know what I'm trying to say here.
All I have to say is it did look like he detangled her hair for her
Really?
after getting in the water because I was
I didn't
like,
notice that.
obviously her hair is gonna wave up, but I'm like,
Mhm.
girl, the detangling is on point. Like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Living together is difficult, even when you love the person, whether it's your family or your partner. But when it's a complete stranger, that's difficult. I like the fact that things were not all sunshine and rainbows, that they were bumping heads. She was not appreciative of anything or grateful in the beginning, a little ignorant there. So I like the banter going back and forth, but like I said, I like that they was bumping heads a little bit. I like that he kinda just, like, checked her, just like, "Hey, I've had enough people calling me weird. I don't need it from a stranger." Because I was like, "Man, if you don't shut up and accept this hospitality joy, get
Girl,
your ass out. You
this
have
girl.
nowhere to go. You have no way to complain, nothing." So she had to humble herself, and I'm not one of them guys out there like, "Yeah, women need to be humbled." Everybody needs to be humble sometime, and she did, in this case. And also, like, you spoke on her ripping the quilt. It was an accident, but she came inside, and he was, like, just frustrated, like, "Please just have a seat. Give it back." Like, "Oh," like, "I would be asleep right now, but somebody's in my bed," type stuff, and so I liked all of that. I mean, I'm not just here for drama, 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 fight, 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 but it was realistic to me. How did you feel?
Yeah, it was like 3 little bears, like Goldilocks, except Goldilocks had a 22-inch bust down. Like, I was like, "Girl, you're in his bed, you're eating his food." Something that I feel like they missed here, Brandon, was in these movies, the main character, the girl, needs to be really likable. And even if she trips down the stairs and stumbles down the stairs, and spills something or gets ink all over the wedding dress or something, you need to come back to her likability.
Mhm.
Something I think that was a miss with this film, Brandon, and with the writing is that Joy was really hard for me to like.
Really? Okay.
She
Okay.
was really hard for me to like. Now, before I like really get into why, let me just say Shannon Thornton did a fantastic job. What a beautiful woman. And
Yes.
I thought she did good. It wasn't
Mhm.
her. It wasn't her at all. I thought she did really great with the writing that she had. It was the writing. So I just want to separate that I thought she was fantastic. But the writing made Joy very hard to like. Brandon, I really didn't like her through the whole film.
Wow,
I
wow.
really didn't like her
I
because as I can understand the first comments about like, "Oh my gosh, I'm naked. Oh my gosh, what even happened? Um, are you gonna kill me?" Like, I mean, I can understand that, but after a while, either decide you're in fight or flight mode, like either decide you're gonna escape because you don't something feels off, but or ask more leading questions, but don't keep insulting this man that you don't know.
right, right, right.
Because you've already I think she asked him 3 times if he was gonna kill her. And I'm like, if the first 2 times he said, "No, no, no," don't give him a reason to change his mind,
Wow, wow.
girl, because it was so disrespectful, like, when he shared, like, "I had a gift from my mother. It was a coat, it was a jacket. Oh, where is it? I lost it in the lake saving your life." And the next thing out of your mouth is, "You're weird?"
Yeah,
She
yeah,
didn't even respond to him sharing. Literally, Brandon, he literally just said, "My mom died. The last thing she left me, I lost because I was saving your life." And the next thing out of her mouth, Brandon, was, "You're weird."
yeah, yeah.
And then had the nerve to be like, "You need therapy." Like,
Yeah.
she was so incredibly unlikable to me. It made it kind of hard for me to like the whole film.
I ain't mad at that.
I didn't, ugh, yeah,
I do agree with you. Her dialogue was grotesque.
so
Um,
disrespectful.
but she turned over a new leaf, eventually, just kinda accepting her situation and trying to adapt. You know,
Mhm.
with me, like, I always rather a movie start out bad and end good, or and same with the character. They start
Yeah,
getting on my nerve, but towards the end, they like, "Okay, hey, I'm acting like an idiot. I need to chill." That's
yeah,
kinda how I felt with her, because
and
I'm
mhm.
trying to put myself in her position, you know, I mean, I would be an emotional wreck, excuse me, if I found that out that, the person I liked was, engaged, and I'm embarrassed and I almost drowned, and, so yeah, she kinda had a stick up her butt, during the first half of the movie, but, I kinda understand. Um
I I don't get me wrong, like, I understand that there needed to be that conflict. I understand, there needed to be that kind of relationship where it's like the uppity city girl is in the woods. Like, I get that trope, like, I totally get it, but what my problem was is she continued after his acts of kindness over and over, and after understanding what that he risked his life, after understanding he's trying to get you food because his rations are for him. You're a guest. Like, it's just after every single circumstance of understanding, she kept coming back with annoying, disrespectful, crossing boundaries, like, and that just made her unlikable, but anyway, I digress.
we, we all go through things and deal with that in our own way. Some go to therapy, some go to family, some go to friends. Some people unfortunately leash out against the public and illegal acts and shouldn't do that. But Mr. Rich here, he goes off into the mountains for months at a time to where a lot of his relationships fail. He says that a lot of women can't just, take me disappearing for 2 or 3 or 4 months, which I don't think any woman should. How did you feel about the way he coped? Was that, I mean, was it healthy or detrimental, to
I think it was healthy, and I think the only unhealthy thing about it is if you are lacking in healing that much, you shouldn't be dating. You shouldn't be talking to me about all the girls that I wait, 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 wait. This is an amazing way to heal.
Mhm.
I mean, everyone's personality is different, but I think most people grieving or going through something would say at some point, yes, it's good to be around friends and family, but at some point, man, if my family had a cabin where I didn't have to deal with all the noise of the world, and it was, I'd be up there, man. I would rough
You
it.
you
I
were you
don't care.
Okay.
I'll put some toilet paper on the outhouse toilet, I think for some you know what I'm saying? Like, for some people, a cabin like that would be a huge blessing, and I think it is such a healthy way for a man to cope. But at
Okay.
some point but you shouldn't be dating if you're so broken and so
I agree.
going through healing that you have to disappear for months at a time, a week, a couple weeks, hey, a month, I can handle that. But if you're 3 months at a time up in the woods and I can't even call you if there's an emergency, like, I mean, it reminds me of the funny story how Jared Leto, like, this is, like, off topic, but, like, he didn't know the pandemic was happening because he was on a retreat, like, in the desert,
Mhm.
like, the guy that Jared Leto,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, and so, like, we were, like, kinda well into the pandemic when he came back. And so it just made me think of
Wow.
this guy, like, if I'm your girlfriend and I can't reach you to tell you that the world shut down, that we're all wearing masks right now, like, if something really happened and you need that much healing, you shouldn't be dating. But I did think a lot of people these days, Brandon, they try to find healing in their phone. They try to find healing doom scrolling, or they try to avoid dealing with something. But I mean, imagine all the thinking that you're doing up in the woods, hunting for your own food. You're processing emotions, you're thinking, you're able to cool down if you're really pissed off. I thought it was beautiful and healthy, especially to show a black man in Colorado that's like, I know I can hunt, I can grow my own food, I understand temperature, I understand that they're bombing, the mountains to, get rid of the threat of
Yeah,
avalanche.
that was
I
interesting.
liked seeing a black man up in the woods because you guys, we out there, okay?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Okay, yeah, I liked all that too. I did feel sorry for him. I liked the performance that he provided, that he gave.
Really good performance.
I felt him. I did feel sorry for him. I
Mhm.
did want him to heal. I don't agree with disappearing for 3 months, but at the same time, that's how he dealt with things. That's how he coped. And I thought he communicated that very, very well. And he wasn't dating, like you said. He was like, "I need to get this together." But I like the fact that he was talking about his two brothers. Like, mom died, dad moved on in 6 months, and they're just trying to have Christmas in the house, and it just didn't feel right. Oh, this is my biological mom's spot. And I'm assuming maybe his brothers were much younger than him. Could have been a year or
Mhm.
two, or 6 or 8, 10 years. And so they probably didn't have the experience, with the mother that he had. So it was easier to let go. I don't know. I'm speculating here. I didn't need those details, but it was fun to explore in my mind.
Yeah.
Um, like the performance, like in Tyler Perry movies, his acting is not always the best in his later work. It was better in his earlier work. But I did think that Miss Thornton, Shannon, did a great job here. There was 4 moments where she
Yeah.
was in tears, and I believed her. In the cabin, I think twice at home. When he showed up, I'm kind of jumping forward here a little bit. When he showed up back in New York with the flowers, and he was like, "Hey, I love you." She was crying right there. Like, I don't want, like, you're playing with my emotions. You're teasing me. You're gaslighting me. I don't believe this. I like that she stood her ground right there. But I felt her tears. I felt her acting. I felt the passion. It was good. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, no, I thought her performance was really good. Again, I'm separating the writing from I thought she did a great job, and I thought also, um, her background, it kinda can make sense that socially she kinda doesn't understand certain cues, because of her background, how she said she was, in and out of foster homes, and sometimes socialization, like, is really difficult for kids in foster care. They're never out of fight, flight, or freeze. They're always looking for out looking, watching their own six. They're always looking out for, is someone going to screw me over? Are you going to stop loving me? Are you going to tell my social worker that you don't want me anymore? So it's hard for them to drop their guard. So it kind of does make sense that it was kind of hard for her to pick up on emotional cues, like to pick up on, like, hey, he's proven thus far in a reasonable state, given that you don't have a lot of choices, that he's probably not going to kill you. So you chill with the insults, chill with the the this and the that, and then you need a therapist and you're weird, you know? So I think in that respect, like I thought she played it very well and played the whole city girl in the mountains, pretty well. But yeah, I like the conversations they had, Brandon. I like how they had to be vulnerable. I did think it was kind of funny. I don't know if you got this, but like when they started talking and like getting along and he was bathing, I was like, bro, he was like washing
Uh-huh.
his whole body and just like talking to her. And I was like, where are your hands right now? Dude, like, are you washing your
I didn't catch that. I didn't.
I just caught that because I was like, he wasn't washing up here, but he was just kind of, it looked like he was washing his and just be like, yeah, anyway. And I'm like,
What
oh,
what
yo,
part was
yo,
he washing,
yo.
guys? Sam is over here going crazy. What part of was he washing? Let us know.
Did anyone else catch that, or was I just really tired when I watched this
You're silly.
movie?
You're silly. I don't know if I'll go back and watch that part, but, um, y'all let us know what y'all think there. What did you think about the friends? We have
They
Lydia
were cute.
and Ashley, Ashley and Lydia. Like I said, Lydia, played by Anaya, singer-songwriter, and, Brittany, Ashley on the right, she was in that show Rap Shit on HBO Max,
Oh, my
from
goodness.
Issa Rae. It was an okay show. How'd you feel about the friends?
First of all, what beautiful ladies. Oh my gosh, they were so beautiful. I really liked them. I thought they were funny. I enjoyed both of their personalities. Um, I've got to say, I kind of am not a fan of when they make the heavier girl or the
Mm,
more full figured girl the comedy. Um, I feel like I don't know, that's a stereotype that I don't necessarily like because 'cause I'm like, "Why can't she be the really sophisticated one and the other one be kinda jokey, jokey all the time, everything's funny, I'm high, da da," like, it's a funny trope, but, like, we all have friends that are like that, but all of our friends comes in all different shapes and sizes, so I kinda don't like it when they do the more full-figured girl as, like, not playing the straight man.
okay.
I don't know why that bothered me, but I thought she did it well. I'm not nothing against their acting. Again, it's the writing and it's the casting. It's like, why couldn't, she
Huh.
just be you know what I'm saying, Brandon? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
In general, yes.
but I thought she killed it. I'm not saying her part was bad. I'm just talking about that particular type. But I thought she was funny. I thought when she had the line from "What's Love Got to Do with It?" that was hilarious because Tyler Perry has expired all of the Color Purple comments he cannot go back to that film. We're done.
Mhm.
We're done with the Tyler Perry doing Color Purple. But I thought the "What's Love Got to Do with It" was hilarious. Her delivery was on point. I thought they played very realistic. It was very real. Like
Yeah,
if your friend went missing, like what you would do and how you would stand up for her and come get her and I like the honesty. I mean, she went a little overboard sending her stuff, but you know what? It's where it came from.
yeah.
At the end when she sent her portfolio, it's you know what? It's having friends that say stuff and there's having friends that do stuff and part of me was like, "Girl, why did you do that?" And the other part of me was like, "You know what? Okay, like really
100%.
show up for your girl. Like don't just say it. Like, be like, I kinda sent it to the
100%.
CEO, like."
I agree. I loved and hated that part because she got her fired, but at the same time, she was like, "No, you're not gonna take advantage of my girl. She has been working her butt off for this for
Yeah.
years, and I'm tired of people stealing stuff, let alone a white man, because I mean they stolen everything from him. There was somebody popular in the media that listed all of these inventions that America has
Mhm.
made, but it was all black people. I'm not gonna say his name, but y'all may know what I'm talking about. And so that's what I was thinking as well during that scene. Like, yeah, take her for your girl. I like them too. As far as the heavier set, always being the jokey person comment. I'm on the fence.
Mhm,
That is a trope in Hollywood and movies and television.
mhm.
But in this sense, it didn't really, excuse me, bother me or affect me. But you're not wrong. That is something that does happen. So I definitely want to hear from you guys there. But I love the honesty. Like Lydia, she was super duper blunt and honest.
Very blunt. Yeah.
Ashley, she was a bit more reserved, but you do need those type of friends that's gonna keep it real with you. I don't need no yes woman. I don't need no yes man. I need somebody that's gonna be like, "This is ridiculous. You tripping. You need to get your ish together. Okay, your life is falling apart. Snap out of it." And like you said, also, I like the urgency that her friends had as well, looking for her friend. Like, hey, this is serious. We haven't seen her. It's been a day. It's been 2 days. It's been a week. We got to find her. They actually flew to Colorado,
Yeah.
with the sheriff. That's dope. They wasn't waiting by the phone. Oh, y'all found her? Great. Okay, we can't wait for her to get back.
Yep.
We'll be at the airport, which would have been okay, but no, they went all the way to Colorado. So that was cool right there. That was cool. Um,
Yeah.
the only thing I did not like about their characters, and it wasn't them, it was the writing, was the way that Tyler Perry depicted, them smoking marijuana, with them smoking weed. It annoys the hell out of me. It's just not realistic. I spoke about that in our Medea's family reunion review, either the solo one or our spoilers, but
Must've been solo because we didn't talk about this.
okay, when two people are smoking in a session, it's just two people. They're not gonna both have a blunt in their hand. That is
Oh,
just
then I don't I wouldn't know, so you're gonna have to educate me.
I'm just saying I'm not saying
Do
that.
you share it?
Yeah, you gonna pass one back and forth, like, you one person takes 2 or 3 hits and then passes it to the other one.
As you guys can
2 or 3
see,
hits.
I'm very, like they're
I
like, "Damn, Kim," I'm like, "The
that is
weed cigarettes?
yeah,
What?"
that
I don't know.
I don't know why. It may not be a big deal to everybody else, but it just bugged the hell out of me, and as she's smoking at one point in time, she was acting all anxious and nervous. I'm
Like
like,
she was on cocaine.
"Yes, yes,
Crack cocaine.
it would be the exact opposite." I mean, there's that's unless it was laced with something else, that you're not gonna act that way. You're just not, and it just
But don't you get paranoid?
you can get paranoid if you're new to it, but you're not gonna act like that. You're not gonna be
Oh.
rocking and shaking back and forth. You can be sitting here like this, like, whoa, I'm hey, like, can anybody hear my thoughts? But it's not, and it's not like this. It's just it's not. It's not. I mean,
Ooh.
it just bothers me because that's just a very big topic right now. Half the people think it should be legal. Another group of people think it should be. It's
And I'm in California where it is. Is it where you are in Texas?
no, it's illegal here. But I
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, it's illegal here. It probably will never be legal in Texas. But it's just I don't like the negative stereotypes. I just don't. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Look,
It just grinds my gears. You know.
yeah, look,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, over here where it's legal, all I can say is I can't stand when people are smoking weed. It's just the way the people that I know when they're high, I don't want to be around them. I can't stand who they become. I have a thing against it, just personally, just from my own personal experience. But I know that obviously I'm in a state where it is such there are so many people that are coming from your point of view that we voted it into law. Like, so I get it. It's interesting you say that because like over here, Brandon, like um there's I thought it was a jewelry store
Mhm.
because the place was like beautiful. And I was like, oh, what's this new spot? This is gorgeous. Like the decor, everything was gorgeous. I was like, I have to go in here. This is beautiful. It was a dispensary.
Mm.
And it was so gorgeous, like, out here in like, I'm in the OC if you guys haven't figured out, how, like, ignorant I am of so many things, like, um, our dispensaries are so pretty. They're so beautiful. That's all I know about, like, marijuana. That's all I know is the dispensaries are pretty. I don't know anything else.
Okay. Okay.
So you
Okay.
have to, like, school me, but
Well,
so according to you, they weren't doing it
yeah,
right.
they wasn't doing it right.
Okay,
Tyler
okay.
Perry never does. Something else I did like about this film was the editing. We talked about the couple,
Yes. Can we
Joy
talk about that, please?
Joy and, Ridge. They at first they was bumping heads, but, they started to get interest in each other. You said
Yeah.
about the bath. Um, it wasn't a montage, but there was a point where they were flashing back at all of the great moments day to day throughout the week.
Mhm.
There wasn't any music going on, but I love that
Yes.
sequence right there. That was, like, perfect. It was very touching and heartfelt.
Yeah.
There was I like the effects in the movie as well with the snow and the fire. I know it was CGI, but it looked real enough to me.
It looked good. Yeah.
He would shoot one person, shoot the other person, then zoom out. There was, like, one shot where, the fireplace was in the background, and it was zooming in super slow. Love that shot. That was at night. Same thing happened in the morning. I just thought that captured their relationship and their dynamic very, very well, and just showed, how it was blossoming into something beautiful. Really, really touching the way they was coming together heart to heart,
Mhm.
and their relationship. How did you feel about
I'm glad you picked up on that. It felt the film as a whole, in terms of the technical standpoint, it felt unfinished to me.
Mm,
And I know you and I get screeners, like, but also I've done those things where they're like, "Hey, like, come watch this movie a year in advance and give us your point of view." When you do like the surveys and stuff. So I've seen quite a few movies like this. Like for example, I saw Wonder Woman over literally over a year before it came out.
yeah.
Um, and obviously, when you do those type of things, you guys, and comment below if you know what I'm talking about. But like in the version I saw, you can see Wonder Woman's hooks, you could see her harness. Like they want your opinion before it's finished, so that they can do reshoots, so they're getting the feedback that they need. Um, so I've seen a lot of unfinished films, and I'm glad you picked that up, Brandon, because I thought I was the only one. There were a lot of sequences that I felt like somebody forgot to add the music,
Oh,
and it felt odd. It
I liked
felt
it.
unfinished to me.
Ah.
I like that, like, we haven't talked about this film, but in, One Battle After Another, um, one of the things I've talked about is I do like scenes that seem like they should have music but don't. But, like, action sequences, like in One Battle After Another, in the bank scene, there's no music. There's no it's just like all you have is intensity. I like moments like that. I think those moments without music are that when they're intentional are perfectly crafted. But this felt like somebody forgot to push a button.
Damn.
Like somebody, yeah, something about this film felt unfinished. And when they were in the cabin, Brandon, something was missing as a film. It wasn't the acting that was fine, but something was off for
Okay,
me.
y'all let us know what y'all
I
think
don't know.
there. We disagree there, but it's cool, it's cool. Was he tripping, like, the goodbye when they partied? Well, no, let me go back, I'm tripping. They got along. They had sex, good sex. She woke up in the morning, "Ah, yes, this is nice, but I gotta get out of here, okay? I can't wait to get back to civilization." And, I liked it too. I liked the way that she sat up in bed and she looked at him like, "You better come over here and wax this ass," like, "Oh." He was like, "Man, I want to, but I wanna get in the bed, but I'm not gonna be able to keep my hands off you." And she stood up and was like, "No, I don't want you to keep your hands to yourself. They need to be on my body." I was like, "Yes! Yes!" I was happy. I was happy. Um, I was over here
The
clapping
desire
and all
the
that. So,
desire was there,
yes, 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 yes.
chemistry.
How did you feel,
Was
about
that why it was rated R? Did you see
No,
the
it was because of the weed scenes, stupid.
Oh, because I was like, "Damn." No, just kidding. Because I was like, I know they said a few words, but I was like, Tyler Perry hasn't really ventured into, like, rated R territory. Like, the sex scene didn't show anything.
No.
I was like, "What? Oh, it was the weed? Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean,
Okay.
I had to guess. That's the only thing it could have been.
Dang." I
But, like,
mean,
when you press play on Prime Video, it has the MPAA rating, or not, no, that's TV. It has the rating. It said, well, no, it said R, but it said for drug use. It didn't say
oh,
stronger
for druggy, okay, okay.
content or anything like that.
That's funny. I no, I thought the chemistry was good. I I get, we've talked about this, how, like, Tyler Perry I understand that he's writing stories that are realistic, um, and in the world, guess what? Most people don't get married before they have sex. I get it. But for Tyler Perry, I got a little annoyed at that scene only because I know what you're gonna say, Brandon, because you were so excited, but I'm gonna take a different perspective here
Go ahead. Go.
and say that I think when Tyler Perry really started in the church circuit and with faith-based, when you start as like a faith-based film guy, one thing you could count on from a Tyler Perry film is they're gonna talk about God in a positive way, in a way that Hollywood just will not talk about God. They're gonna say the name Jesus and not have to apologize and put out a political statement on Twitter and "Oh, I hope you're not offended that I said Jesus." Like, like we could count on Tyler Perry for faith-based content. And I get annoyed when people start in faith-based music and then they're singing about being on the pole. When they start singing about Jesus and years later when they finally find fame and finally get their money, now they're singing about dropping it low and clapping those cheeks and like going down to like I
Wow.
kind of got annoyed that because you and I have been going on this Tyler Perry marathon where we've been revisiting his early work from 25, 22, 23 years ago when he first got big. And what is something we're talking about all the time, Brandon, with his early work? It was faith based. And so it
Mhm.
annoys me when people make their money on the backs of faith based audiences and then go to like, and yeah, they kiss passionately, and now there's great sex. And it's like, there's certain values when you establish yourself as faith based. And it just annoys me that when people make their money, they just decide that, well, I never said I was a Christian artist. I'm just an artist that's a Christian. Like that just gets on my nerves. So coming
Really?
from Tyler Perry, that got on my nerves.
Wow. That is an interesting take, ma'am. Now,
I
you
said it and I'm
did
not
preface
ashamed.
it saying, that people don't get married before they have sex.
Obviously, I understand this is a real world, but there's also there's there's different reality. Like everyone's got their own real world.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's got like I don't know what they're striving for. Like everyone's got different ways of living their life, obviously. And I feel like with Tyler Perry's fan base, it's kind of based in the faith-based group where the standard is this, or obviously we know this is real, but this is what we strive for. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think,
you
I
get
mean,
what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
and to a degree, but I thought it was tasteful here. I didn't think it was over the top.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't like knocking headboards or anything. It wasn't throwing condoms across the room like, "Oh, let's use another one."
If
Like, I
if we
get
look at
that.
all of his films, I know I'm pushing back hard, but if we look
No, it's
back at all of his
okay.
films, he ain't really, I mean, he had the sex scene in Good Deeds with Gabrielle Union on the wall, and
Yeah, we both agreed we don't ever wanna see that again.
oh, stop it. I can't think of any other movies though to where,
I'll
um
just if it helps, Brandon, if it helps, a callback to, the 2 different movies. One with Shamar Moore with was that Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
yes.
Where he was like they were, like, kinda hot in heaven. He's like, "Look, I'm a Christian. I'm not gonna sleep with you." You know? Like, and he specifically said, "I'm a Christian man."
Okay.
And then the one with Boris Kodjoe, with him and that lovely, lovely actress where, again, he goes and they were, like, kissing, and he goes, "Whew, okay, now I'm a Christian." And, and she was even writing in her poetry, like, how much she wanted to, like, make love, but we're like
I was
before in Tyler Perry's early work, he was addressing the realistic nature of like human nature, but also putting a forefront to people of faith. But we're supposed to be walking like this, guys.
I
And you know what I'm saying?
I can't, I'm sorry, I can't knock him. I love the way that Tyler Perry does it. I think I mean, yeah, we're not supposed to do that as Christians, but he tackles it in a very realistic way. I'm thinking about Why Did I Get Married, the first one, where Jill Scott's character Sheila and Troy were at the diner towards the end of the movie, and they
Yes.
kissed at the table, and she was like, "Oh, can we pray?"
Yes.
I don't know what I would do if I kissed a woman for the first time, and she was like, "Can we pray?" I mean, I would pray with her, but
And then what?
this is different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Kim. I mean, I respect your opinion. I disagree, respectfully, but it's all good. It's
That's
all
all
good.
good. It's
Let
all
me ask
good.
you this though. Was he the way they parted ways, when the sheriff and the friends came and they was in the snow and they was hiking. Leading up to that, he was very emotional. I wish he would have shut his mouth and just let her speak. Because she was like, yeah, about last night. She was about to say, I had a great time and I want to do it again. He's like, it's just sex. I'll walk you back. Leave me alone. I'm being mean. And then he didn't even say bye. My goodness gracious. Way to shoot yourself in the foot, buddy.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, they spent 7 days together, and it kinda was like trauma bonding. Um, I know I again, this is supposed to be like a Hallmark type movie, so it's like, don't take things too seriously and too literally, like, obviously, in most Hallmarky kind of films, the couple meets and gets married within, oh, I don't know, 3.5 weeks, maybe on average. So I get I get that. But there were so many, like, they started trauma bonding. They started very heavy. They started really deep and heavy within 7 days. And so he kinda, I felt like, had this idea of like, you're gonna stay. Like, because when her friends, it's one thing to be like, okay, now we got to go down the mountain and figure things out. I'll figure it out with you. But it's another thing when your friends come and they're like, "Oh my gosh, great. Thanks for taking care of her. Bye." Like, and the police are there, like, "Don't forget, like, she lost her phone. People are looking for her." So for him, it was an abrupt, like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you're leaving me." And for him, what I feel like he got with his mom was like, my favorite person in the world left me,
Same name. Yeah.
unexpectedly.
Yes. Yeah.
Same name, same feeling. I love you so much. You're here one day and you're gone the next. So I get why he was like that. It's just, I mean,
It
it
sucked up.
made my heart sad, but I get it. But it was, he didn't have to be, I
Right.
don't know.
I like the fact that Tyler wrote her a joy in the way to where she was like, "Oh, let me say bye." Excuse me. She made an attempt to go say bye and say thank you, but he was already 50 yards away, and she was like, "Okay, dang." So she went, and he was very moody, and I like the
Yeah.
fact that when he showed back up in New York, she was like, "Oh my God, you're here." She was like, "Wait a minute, bro. This back and forth that you're doing right now, I'm not finna have it. I've been played before. I don't want to be played again. My guard is up.
Yeah.
I like that about her. That's another, reason why I loved her character. Um, we're gonna come back to them though, to finish out the film.
Mhm.
But Patrick, her boss,
Patrice.
Mr. Eric Stanton Betts, it was cool, a little villain. To make the film better, they could have drawn him out just a little bit more, made
Yeah.
him more despicable.
But you know what? I gotta say he did really good with
Yeah,
what he was given. I thought he did great in that role, and, the time he was on screen, I really enjoyed it.
yeah. I like the way that the movie ended.
Mhm.
She ended up getting her dream job. I was gonna be so effing frustrated though, Kim, if
I
when she
know.
turned it down and just like, F this that I job that I and career path and passion that I've been going after my whole life, and I have these designs back from 2012. I'm gonna go live in the woods with Ridge and live happily ever after. The fact that he was like, "Man, if you don't take your butt back in that office and accept the role, I am not gonna have you. Yeah, we're gonna be good the first 2 or 3 years, but I am not gonna have you mad at me in year 4 and 5." Like, damn, I should have took this job. And no, no,
Yeah.
we can commute. We can be both. I can come here, I can come there, but we're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure it out. But you're taking that job. And he spoke like he was a true leader right there and spoke a lot of word and wisdom and courage and just life and everything in
I
that
love that.
moment. I loved it too. Your thoughts?
I really like that. I really like the way that it ended with him, because 'cause I'm like, with all y'all are both really emotional, and y'all both,
Yes.
like, need to take 2 years to date, because and
Mhm.
you'll probably break up several times. Like, they kinda seem low key toxic, but, like, like, just emotionally, like, not ready for each other. But I did like that he took the initiative and was like, "Do this for you." Like, I thought that was real. And so I really like that his character was strong,
Yes.
was manly, unapologetically manly. I love that. I don't like it when people are written like, "Oh, you're a man, you're bad." And it's like, "No, I think it's awesome that he takes the lead, that he's a leader, and that that's celebrated and that's good." And so I really, really like that he was also strong and vulnerable and spoke his mind on emotion
Yeah,
rather than going, I don't know, bruh.
100%,
You
100.
know, I really like his character a lot, and I loved the actor that did a fantastic job. Joy was really great, in terms of her acting. Not a fan of how it was even to the end, I didn't like how flip-floppy she was. I wanted
Yeah,
her to take a
hold on.
stand.
I feel like you're giving me your final thoughts.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sorry.
I got one more question for you.
Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
It's cool. Let me go ahead and ask it. They got married at the end,
Mhm,
and one of my childhood friends, to where we somewhat keep up today, his parents, I think, got married within 3 months of dating, and
mhm,
they've been married over 45 years today.
mhm.
Um,
It
so
happens.
I know it exists. I know
Yes.
that can happen. I'm not opposed to them getting married in this film because I mean, in some cases, I can imagine if you love somebody, you love somebody.
Yeah.
This marriage scene was much better than it was, and then I Can Do Better All by Myself because Taraji married the guy at the end of that, and we both said that was stupid.
At
Um,
the block party wedding where I don't
that was
know my guests.
Yeah, but this I love the wedding at the end of the movie and the way that it
Beautiful.
went to the credits. They got married in the cabin and the lodge right there on the lake. How did you like that closing out of the film?
I like that closing out. I would have loved
Sorry.
I
And your
oh,
final thoughts as well. My bad. My
oh, sure, sure, sure. I actually feel I like the wedding, but I think it was a missed opportunity
Mhm.
for her to actually get the proposal that she really wanted, because she really wanted I felt like there was an opportunity there for an amazing, tremendous, like, really heartfelt proposal about, like, because her whole thing was, "I'm always dating guys that don't love me. Why?" You know, like, that was her whole thing, so I think there was a missed opportunity with the friends involved and with him to do a proposal, which I feel like would have been more meaningful because he could have said something about accepting you the way you are, and I genuinely want you. Like you're dating a guy that loves you. So I felt like I don't know, I just would have liked it to end like that a little bit. But I did think it was sweet with what they did. I did like it. I like the wedding. But overall, I thought it was good for Tyler getting into the holiday um, kind of movie of the week, Hallmarky thing. A lot of streaming networks are doing it, and it's working well. I have friends right now that we're at work. We're just talking about how like it's November. It's November, and all the ladies are talking about I can't wait for Netflix is gonna have their
Wow.
Christmas movies and Hallmark Christmas movies and, so, Great American Network or something like that, their Christmas movies, so I like that he's getting his foot in that. I would like to see Tyler Perry, do more of these. I really would. I liked it. I also like what we talked about with, Ruth and Boaz. Brandon, we talked about it's really nice to see Black, wineries,
Mhm,
kind of
mhm.
showing that we're out here. Yes, we own wineries. Yes, we
That's
grow grapes,
right.
and I like that Tyler Perry is showing Black people doing all the things we do, which is everything. We
Yeah.
scuba dive, we surf, we snowboard, we're in cabins. No, we don't need your help. We do know how to survive. Like, I like that he's showing us all over, which we are. So I thought that was beautiful.
Yes, ma'am. I think it was beautiful as well. I did enjoy the film overall. I liked it. Didn't love it. Definitely more good than bad. If I had to rate it out of a seven, rate it out of 1 out of 10, I give it like a seven, 7.5.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of his films. Like you said, we did review Ruth and Boaz. I haven't posted reviews yet. I have a non-spoiler for that and a spoilers review. And from right now, I'm releasing a Tyler Perry topic video every other day up until like at least mid-December. So that is coming soon. But guys, we really do appreciate you tuning in for our Tyler Perry's Finding Joy spoilers review. This was fun as we went through all of these Tyler Perry movies up until this release. I know y'all are probably saying like, "Wait a minute, Brendan, I don't see any reviews with you guys." I haven't posted all of them yet. The only ones I have posted between me and Miss Kimberly here is Diary of a Mad Black Woman. This is our spoilers review for that. That is posted on the channel, and also Medea's Medea's family reunion. Now, myself, I do have a review on my channel for A Family That Prays. Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married to? That's Trouble Man. Sorry, wrong thing. Clicked that one already. Wait a minute, I'm clicking. Good Deeds, Medea's family reunion, Daddy's little girls, I can do bad all by myself. There's a few others on my channel. The spoilers reviews, like what am I trying to say? Every movie that I just listed, we have a spoilers review that will be released in the coming days and the coming weeks. So pretty much everything, at least his first, we got like 10 or 12 movies that I gotta upload. I didn't want to upload them all at once, but if you want more commentary in spoiler form for our Tyler Perry videos, right now at this moment, you can check out Medea's family reunion and also Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And if I just share my screen real quick, I'm gonna click the home tab and scroll down. You see movie reviews. That's all Tyler Perry stuff, all Tyler Perry stuff. But this spoilers reviews is gonna be filled with spoilers reviews of Tyler Perry stuff too. So again, just thank you for your patience. Make sure you subscribe, check all that out. If you're watching this on my channel, please subscribe to Kimberly's channel. Link is in the description box below. And if you're watching this on her channel, please subscribe to my channel. We both would really appreciate it. Kim, before we head out of here, do you have any final words?
Um, I'm just really enjoying seeing Tyler Perry evolve, especially since we are revisiting his early work and going till now. When within this span of time where we've reviewed, gosh, what 10 movies, 11 movies now.
Yeah.
I enjoy seeing him evolve, and yeah, I like seeing getting him get into this space. But I would really like another all-star Tyler Perry film, which there might be something for us to talk about soon.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
guys stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe and comment below, because remember, these aren't just us reviewing and talking. We want you to get in the discussion with us. So comment below and leave your comments. I know we disagreed probably more. This is probably the most we've disagreed on a Tyler Perry film in the whole, like, marathon we've done, so there's interesting discussion to be had. Join the discussion, kiddos.
Last question, super quick answer. Your rating
Yes,
from 1 to 10. Let me know real quick.
I give it a 7.
So, okay, fair, fair, fair. So again, guys, this is the 11th. I only got 10 fingers, but this is the
I'll
11th.
give you one more.
Thank you. This
I
is our
got you.
thank you, thank you. This is our 11th video like this. I've only uploaded 2, so 9 more are coming. Okay, so just subscribe, and you're gonna get a lot of Tyler Perry stuff. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget, I'm B. Avery. That's Kimberly. That's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.